Hello and welcome to the Rent a Girlfriend podcast. I am your host, Everything Animated, and I am also joined by none other than Sea Tactics and Rising Sun Reviews. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Perfect.
Yeah, what they said, but no, I disagree. I'm a contrarian.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, today is episode 6 of Rent a Girlfriend. Sorry I was a little late on releasing this one. I've been having internet issues, and I am hoping and praying that this is going to stay true. As far as the signal strength, please don't get that on me. And we can go ahead and dive right into this. We are now introduced to a brand new character. Her name is Ruka. And she's done by the same voice actress who does Yui from Snafu and Ass Kicker Girl from Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh, that girl.
That actually explains a few things. So we're turning this into a Bunny Girl Senpai podcast?
No, I want to say I've already done all that I can do, man. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
We've done it all.
Right. Even the stinking movie.
Yeah.
What about the second movie?
There's not a second movie, is there?
Not yet, but maybe.
Well, if there ever is one, I guess I'm throwing my ass back in there. But anyway.
So just like we're doing with the show, just throwing ourselves back into it.
Just when I thought it was out, I'm pulling my ass back in. Ayo. Sorry.
I never pull out.
Pull out game is weak when it comes to myself as well. For that's how I became a father. Hiyo.
Does your son know about that?
No, and he never will until he eventually listens to this podcast, and he will.
All right, I'm sending it to him.
He's gonna die tragically as like a hero, and he's gonna go through all these podcasts as an adult for the first time. Is like my hero, EA, the world's hero, EA. We must. I don't know why he's calling you EA, but I must go through all of these podcasts and really experience what my father was like before he became a hero of the world. And then he's gonna hear this, and he's gonna be like shook.
Yeah.
Then he'll be like, "Oh, no wonder my life is so messed up."
He's just gonna be like, "Oh, this explains everything that I thought was possible to be possible, and it's all true." So, I guess we got left off on the last episode where Chizuru was like, "Yeah, you can go ahead and sleep in the same room, Kazuya. I don't mind." And this automatically leads Kazuya to have tendencies to want to have relations, and he's just all creepy and like wanting to just go that far. She's like, "Oh, you mean we're gonna?" And she's like, "No, I can defend myself. I know karate."
And then she kicks him.
Yes, kicks him squat into nuts, or in the, or maybe in the stomach. But
I thought it was more in the stomach, but either way.
Yeah, I think it was the stomach. It was the lower nether region, and we now know that she knows martial arts, which I guess is cool.
But I guess it means the next episode we're getting a 3-episode power up, a la Trunks in Cell Saga.
I guess
I'm okay with that.
She may be well versed in martial arts and whatnot, but she sure can't do shit whenever she falls off a boat.
I don't think most martial arts teach you how to handle that one.
I mean, you would think you would know how to swim, but...
Well, to be fair, she was, like, exhausted.
That is true.
Maybe she has some condition where she can't swim. Like,
maybe.
when she's exhausted or something.
Yeah, maybe it's like the movie...
You can tell, like, before she, like, wasn't feeling well and, like, she was having trouble, like, staying in one place, and that's why she fell off the boat to begin with.
She had gas.
She had gas. She's like, oh god, I shouldn't have had that taco. Falls off the freaking boat.
Yeah, I just had a taco tonight, so hopefully that won't happen to me.
Can I say Chizuru is like awful because she's like, we can't keep up this lie any longer. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep lying to them. We have to tell them eventually, and it's not gonna be good when we tell them. It's like, well, yeah, because you lied to them. It would have been the day after the first moment you lied. It would have been bad for them anyways. It's like, doesn't matter. Just tell them.
Right.
Tell them.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's not going to get any worse. You've lied to so many people. Just.
But then she
tell
says she can keep on lying.
You know what makes Chizuru extremely awful is the fact that, like you said, she's saying we need to break off with this, we need to do this, but he's like, I'll give you money, and she's like, I changed my mind. You can keep giving me money.
Yeah, she's a bad person. She's enabling this terrible mindset. It's almost obsessive like mindset.
And
realistically, this guy probably would need help.
I agree. Like, this guy realistically probably has a lot of mental problems and like abandonment issues and whatnot, and yet she's totally feeding into it and getting $180 off of just a cup of coffee. Because I saw the yen and I was just totaling it all up, and I'm like, oh, she juiced him for all that he had for just a cup of coffee.
Hopefully, it was a good cup of coffee.
I mean, ain't nothing that good that's worth $180, or what was it, 175,000 yen? No, 100. So 1,007, whatever the math is. I totaled it out.
You did the math. You just forgot it now.
I forgot what the original yen amount was, but I know converted it was like $180 American. But so eventually, yeah, they're going back and forth with this whole, yeah, we're gonna break up eventually, and yeah, you're gonna have to get yourself a girlfriend, whatever. And wouldn't you know it, just like in true anime fashion, Kazuya literally bumps into our brand new lady, Ruka, who, first words out of her mouth is hentai. Like, first of all, I don't, like, he doesn't really know her, I don't think. At least at this point, we don't know that. It's like,
he does.
That's the first thing you say to someone is like, you perverse, like, you ran into me, bitch.
That's the first thing I said when I met C.
Wow. He was staring directly at her crotch. So
I mean, yeah, he could have just been knocked out unconscious. He's just like, sorry, I'm a little taken it back by the.
But I will say, I am tired of this nisekoi fucking trope, where it's like, they're baka hentai pervert. Etchy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just fuck. God damn it.
I mean, so when they finally introduce the fourth girl, are they going to introduce her by him walking in on her changing?
Probably.
It's either going to be changing. It's going to be, I don't know, like she's running really fast down the stairs and she falls on top of him.
Crotch first.
Right. Crotch first. She's going to go, whoops, and then like the front of the snatch is gonna go bam right into his nose, and he's gonna be knocked unconscious. So,
it's gonna fucking go in a coma, and he's gonna die by the end because of her crotch.
Right. We get the fourth girl introduced, and then he fucking dies. But yeah, what's his friend's name? Kazuya's friend. That he's just like, yeah, okay, we'll just call him. What's the nicest way? Because he's got kind of like the buck teeth looking. We'll call him Bucky. So we have Bucky here, and he's like, yeah, let's have a double date with my girlfriend and your girlfriend. I was like, go ahead, introduce Ruka that way. I know it's gonna happen, and sure enough, Here she comes, all dressed and proper and looking nice and all that good stuff. It's like, well. Okay then. And for a date they go to a rock climbing place. And it's funny because C and we were talking about that rock climbing anime that's coming out next season in October that I just might be covering. Just like,
I'll be a good one.
yeah, rock climbing is apparently a thing. Everyone loves it.
All right, rock climbing then.
Yeah. Has anyone here been rock climbing?
Several times.
Yeah.
I went like one basically as good as Kazuya is at it.
I think I went as a kid, so I can't remember much.
The
All I
last
know is there was a girl there. She called me a hentai.
did not. The last time I went rock climbing, it was this past February, literally before everything went to shit in the world, and it was a contest basically saying if you could climb this wall and hit the rope on top, they're going to give you $50. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like doing this, climbing this, and I got like halfway, and like there was this really hard part, and I couldn't get past it. Like you literally had to get a good grip and jump to grab that little ledge, and I'm like, I'm not Ezio. This is not going to work for me, and I fell. Weird thing, the person that was holding the rope was a 12-year-old.
Huh.
True story. I was in fear for my life.
You could probably chuck that lolly into like a volcano overhand.
I like the
Wait,
drop
was
kick
it lolly
mission.
or a Shota? Because with a Shota, you gotta rope them first, then you gotta like swing them over your head.
And then you gotta hog time, just like those contests. Yeehaw!
It's like Red Dead. You gotta do it like in Red Dead.
Yeah, I love Red Dead. What were we talking about?
Something not as good as Red Dead.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't even like
I mean-
Red Dead.
I never played it.
It's a great game. Both games are fantastic. I slightly like the first one better than the second one, but that's just me personally. Anyway, back into this. Rock climbing, that's right. They're doing this rock climbing thing. I don't know, there's like a little friendly banter here and there. Then out of nowhere, Ruka, I guess, confronts Chizuru whenever she's going to the restroom or something. I don't know. And she's like, you are a rent-a-girlfriend, aren't you? And Chizuru's like, this thing kind of confused me. I'm thinking, why would she lie about it? Like, isn't that, like, is that not something that people have in personal ads or open ads to where people can be like, yeah, I'm a rent-a-girlfriend. What of it?
Well, I think they wanted to keep it a secret in school, but at the same time, like, they're trying to make it seem like they're in a real relationship. So if she came out and said, well, she rents herself out to other people, they could just simply go, no, we're actually in a real relationship, blah, blah, blah. And it'd be, like, it's a weird thing they did.
Yeah, and it was just so strange because, like, she's questioning the integrity of their relationship and saying, oh yeah, prove it, kiss each other, whatever. And I'm thinking, what is up with this woman and why does she care about their relationship? So that just got me thinking, what do y'all think of, like, what's going on? Like why is she, like, trying to dig into the relationship? Does she know him from the past? Or something.
You can think of it for reasons.
All right.
My first theory is that they need more drama, so they need to force them to prove that they are in a real relationship. So this is a way that made the most sense for them to do it. The actual reason in story might be is that she's also a rental girlfriend, and she figured it out and it wants to see if she can confirm it or not.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's exactly what I'm thinking. That she's also a rental girlfriend. What's your theory?
Yeah, 'cause
Well, my theory is that, yes, she is a rent-a-girlfriend, and that she has this ultimate goal, like this weird fetish, that she wants to have a three-way with rental girlfriends. And she's really, in actuality, the actual hentai baka ecchi pervert. And the world's going to end, and we're all going to die, and it's going to be great.
That got dark really really fast.
I have an even crazier idea.
All right, what is your crazy idea, Rising?
My crazy idea is that she's actually a trap, and she ended up dating Chizuru in the past, so that's why how she knows that she's actually a rental girlfriend. It doesn't explain why she would try to expose them as that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't really have a good reason for why, do they?
Not
just
yet.
because.
I mean, like
Just-
maybe the next episode will tell us what it is, but right now it's just like, what's your problem, lady? It's just like, why do you care?
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to: is why does she care, and what is the point of confronting this?
Right, because after, I don't know. I guess after after they had the confrontation, they then Ruka is just like, yeah, why don't you guys kiss? And they fake a kiss, and it doesn't even fool her. She's like, y'all, I ain't buying it. What are you trying to do? Trying to make me think that you guys
You
kiss?
do a good job faking this.
I know they didn't. They just put their face in front of a book or something, and I'm like, I'm sorry, even I wouldn't fall for that, and I'm stupid. I
Yeah, yeah.
she was
Just-
this is just a
Just
snowball
fucking
effect,
kiss him.
right?
Just fucking kiss him. You're in this deep. Just fucking kiss him. Lick his armpit. I don't know what you want.
I was gonna say this.
I don't know how far they want to go here.
This is like half her fault anyway, so it's like like literally she could have ended it. He was trying to end it, and then she's like, no, I have things to do, and it's just,
Either fucking get married or fucking
fuck.
break it the fuck off. Jesus,
I
kid.
I agree. I 100% agree. This is all
At this point,
ridiculous.
okay, let me ask you guys.
Lay it on me.
Pretend you're in this situation,
Okay.
or just analyze the situation. What makes Chizuru so worth it? Name 3 things.
You mean besides her looks?
I was gonna say I can
What?
think of 2 things.
Well, for some people, looks do matter a lot.
Because if
So
it was
looks matter
just if
for
it
you,
was
yeah.
if it was just looks, then you eliminate like half of, or at least 80% of what makes her good. But in all honesty, nothing.
Like 3 desirable traits.
Nothing really. I
Hard.
mean, she seems like she knows how to cook, so so that's one thing, I guess. You'll never go hungry.
Well,
Do we even know that?
that is important, I guess. So yeah, that is a desirable trait in a way.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of how good she is.
But I mean, it's not like she cares about me on a personal basis, because she's doing this all for money. This is not for love. It's all for money. She's just
She's a leech.
right, or other things that do stuff for money. But yeah, she's just there for money. So that's always in the back of your mind. So whenever you think of what good possible reason to keep this up would be, I really don't think he's doing it for her. I mean, even though he says he loves her now, whatever, I think it's just the whole, he doesn't want to let his parents and his grandma down. I think it's all just, and he hates himself, and he thinks he's a loser, and everything's
He kind
just
of is,
bad.
since he's had yeah. He's basically had to build this whole story of lies to keep up the appearance that he is dating her, but it's all completely fake.
And here's the thing: this guy could probably easily turn his life around, pretty quick.
Absolutely.
Well, even had a couple times where he was almost there, but then he just goes back to where it was originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, he's not really a terrible guy. He's more of a creep more than anything. But if he just, all he needs to do is just to get some, and he won't be as creepy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it worse.
I mean, he could become an addict at that point. You never know.
You know that terrible, awful trope in anime where the girl's like, all he had to do was ask. Just ask.
Yes. Yes, I know that awful trope, and it's also happened to me in real life.
Fuck, it ain't a trope. It's real.
Uh,
EA's the only person on Earth to confirm it be real.
I mean, this was a long time ago. Like, I don't know if I should say it on account of that she's hearing. You know what? I'll say it off the air. I'll say it off the air.
Like the story of EA's life as told throughout all these podcasts.
Yeah, I do get a little personal on some of these. And as soon as I realized it, I went, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, Chizuru, no redeeming qualities whatsoever. Because we really don't know who she is as a person. We just know her for her looks. We know her for her profession and what she does. And we know that she is nice. But
She wants to be.
Well, exactly. Only when she wants to be. Only if you're about to fucking die. She's nice to you.
Yeah.
That's like the general human decency. Someone's about to die. You can do something about it. You probably should do something.
Right. It could be one of those things, well, if I let this person die, I'm a huge asshole. So I should probably not let them die.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, what is it? That happens. They eventually make up an excuse to leave the rock climbing. They all go their separate ways.
What excuse one could come up with the excuse that time to get him out of it? Instead of just continuing, nothing was good.
Right. I don't know. Everything doesn't make sense in this flipping show. It's ridiculous. I guess Kazuya tries to follow Ruka at one point after Bucky leaves, which, again, I'm pretty sure he paid to have her as a girlfriend. I'm almost 99.9% sure that she's a rental girlfriend.
It's like completely obvious, and they're going to act like it's a surprise twist, but yeah, it's no surprise.
Right, exactly, and it's not going to be a surprise twist because it's like we know the name of the show. This is not anything like that's a surprise. But how does it end? Like Ruka and Kazuya are like talking where he's just like, "Haha, I knew you had. She's fake, and why are you trying to follow me?" And, yeah.
Well, this does make me come to a conclusion, though, about who Best Girl is. It's the orange-haired one we haven't met yet because they haven't done anything to make me mad so far.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. That's sound logic.
She's going to be... Yeah, well, obviously, they're playing her off as this extremely shy one, and she's really, innocent or whatever, but deep down, she's probably like... she's all into heavy metal and just throws freaking elbows in the mosh pit or whatever.
Just as big a perv as he is.
Watch her be just about as big a pervert as he is, and then like that's the one that he falls in love with, and he says later to everybody, and then everybody's left there with they're just like, what the fuck just happened? Where did he go? Why are they together? Why is this a thing?
They're both perverts, but they're both really into each other, so it works out. Everyone's happy, or at least they are. No one else matters.
He needs to go out with his dude friend that's always looking out for him, because he's the only one who cares.
Oh, speaking of his dude friend, why was he bleeding blood out of his eyes and nose after they told everybody that they got back together?
He has some medical problems too, kind of like Chizuru does.
I mean, I thought this guy was like all for them being together and went through that whole flipping speech and said this and said that and like, oh, he's a great guy, whatever. And now he's upset because they're together.
Well, I think it was also because he also likes Chizuru, but at the same time, like, we never saw that before, so why make a big deal of that now?
But then it's like, I don't know, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It makes me think twice about the friend. Like, everything that he said was all just a lie because he was trying to get into Chizuru's pants. You know what I mean? That's what it just makes it sound like. It makes it sound like he was just being like, come here, baby. You know, shoulder to cry on. Here, I'll protect you. And then all of a sudden, they got back together and he's like, I'm so happy for you. I don't get it at all.
Man, this show is a train wreck.
What's that you hear? What's that you hear in the distance? Oh shit! Here comes the train. Oh fuck! That's the show.
What if the show actually ends with a train wreck? A literal one.
They all done.
I thought that was Shia LaBeouf. Not The Rock.
Sure, why not? Sorry, I was distracted by stuff because of the show.
Where he's just like, oh, bravo. I can't believe this just happened. Whew. And that was episode 6, y'all.
Halfway through, and they just introduced a new character.
Yeah. And
literally nothing has happened to progress any of the characters in any meaningful way beyond the first episode. Now they were introduced.
Yep, and
No change.
we're about to learn more from her character next week, and God knows what this is going to be about. I have no idea what we're going to learn.
Well, if you look at the after credit scene, there's apparently bungee jumping involved, and then she also developed from somehow, which makes absolutely no sense.
That's right. There is going to be bungee jumping. I don't know. Maybe someone dies this next episode.
Somebody's boobs are bouncing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god. They're gonna friggin' jump from the bungee and then
Someone, yeah.
I could yep. That's gonna happen. I'm calling it right now.
Or the main guy's balls are gonna fall out. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
It's gonna be a Freudian slip of the testes. Oh man. All right. Well, thank y'all we got a total of 4 people to watch this. That's not a record, but I'm happy that you guys stopped on by to watch this. I have a link in this.
The podcast is better than the show.
I agree.
This is true on so many ways and on every level and so on and so forth. You can see these 2 lovely bastards on their own channels. I have a link to both of their channels below in the description. Sorry, I don't know why that texted. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully with better internet so I can release this sooner rather than later.
And release the Kraken.
That's going to be the bungee jumping scene. Arr, release the Kraken!
I'll take that. That makes the show better.
All right. Thank you all for stopping by. See you next time.